Jody Vance of Leafs TV is aboard. Rogers 500, Bell Express to 848 tonight. Leafs on high def TV, exclusively on Leafs TV this evening.
Is there anything better than hockey on HD TV? I love it.
I don't have a high def TV.
Oh, Jesse.
I know.
I do.
I know you do, Bill.
I haven't hooked it up.
What? You haven't hooked it up yet?
No.
Guys.
It's G&G, the boys.
I got to talk to Gary.
Okay, I'm not coming back here. I'm not coming back in studio on Leafs Lunch until you both have high-def television.
Now, you tell me this, you being a Rogers veteran.
Yes.
As a Rogers employee,
yes,
of which I am a contract one,
yes.
You know where
do
this
you not
is
get
going.
special rates?
You do.
Yeah.
Rogers employees get taken care of very well.
Yeah,
I do believe there's a significant savings in your future.
Yeah.
There is, but you got to make the call. It's proactive.
Yes,
Like
very
you have
good.
to be personally. They're not going to call you up and go, "Hey, Wilbur,
yeah,
we're hearing
right.
we're hearing you need some high def."
Hi, this is Bill
I need
Waters.
a high-def box,
No,
yeah.
but seriously, we are so excited about the HD broadcast tonight. And if you don't have a high def television, then go somewhere where they have the high def because you can see so much more of the ice.
I go to Wegs to watch high def.
Great. Okay. Well,
That's where I go.
Perfect. Go in there and.
I go to my place, but I have the big wide, the big, what do you call it?
Stretch doesn't count.
No.
No.
No. I thought I could see more of the
nice
ice.
try.
Well, a question for you.
Yes.
We know the game will be on high def. Will the pre and post be on high def as well?
No, that is a good question. The high def cameras are at the rink.
Zing.
We don't have high def cameras in our studio.
TSN's doing the same thing as well. Just the games, but not the pre.
Really?
I
thought
believe so.
No, TSN's all high def now.
Sportsnet does both, but TSN just does the games.
Sportsnet does widescreen, not high definition. There's a difference. The cameras is the difference. It's a aspect ratio thing. You know, I'm not very savvy when it comes to anything like this, but I learned a lot being at Sportsnet. Yes, when they did the changeover, you notice it because when you're looking at a shot of whomever on the desk at Sportsnet, and then they go to highlights, the highlights become smaller. That's 4:6 versus 10 by whatever. I don't even know what it. But there's widescreen and then there's high definition. And high definition, the cameras are exceptionally expensive, and as is the feed. Like the feed from New Jersey for tonight's game, for it to be in high definition is about, I'm not sure what, but it's like 5 or 6 times the cost as that satellite feed would be regular def.
So is that financially responsible by Leafs TV?
It is, because it is the wave of the future, and that won't always be the case. It's you have to get into the game at some point, and the quality is so much better, it will shock you. If you haven't experienced the difference between high definition television, whether it be for an NFL game or a hockey game or golf, you really can see the faces in the crowd. Like, it's unbelievable.
Yeah,
and then you see regular definition, and it looks foggy to you now. I'm spoiled because we've had a high-def television for some time, and we're addicted.
Well, you got the Rogers discount.
Well, yeah. What can I say?
Well, with your husband working at Rogers and you got the double discount.
They didn't fall for the double discount. We tried, though.
Jody sent me this nice email a couple weeks ago explaining all of this to me. This is what you need to do, and I've done exactly nothing. Done nothing about it so far.
I put my heart and soul into that. I said, here's
awesome.
where you go. Here's what you asked for. Don't get plasma. Get the LCD. Blah, blah, blah. Plasmas are beautiful. But they are. It hasn't been perfected. If you look at plasma and I'm getting all tech here, but if you look at plasma and LCD, plasma looks way better, but they burn out or they burn in and they give off heat and stuff. So actually the LCD, a little cheaper, great product. We got the big Sony Vega, whatever, in our basement, and it's spectacular.
My producer punches in my ear going, she's right.
Oh,
she's right.
thanks.
There you go. Let's get some phone calls in here. 416-870-6400. Kate, good afternoon.
Hi.
Hi, Kate. Go ahead.
Hi, Jody. It's Kate.
Hey, Kate. Are you the Kate that came by the studio down at the Air Canada Centre?
I am. That is exactly who I am. I'm not stalking you.
No, you came by and you said, I'm a huge fan of yours, and I was very flattered. I thought that was lovely. Yes.
An autograph.
Oh, you poor thing.
And everybody there wanted Doug Gilmour's attention.
Yes.
I was being such a pest.
You were great.
And I just wanted to say how great you were.
Oh, thank you.
For giving me that. And how come none of the preseason games were in high def?
I think because it is such a significant cost. We love the fact that all the preseason games were on Leafs TV, and that was huge for us as a network. Because hockey's great any way you can get it, as far as I'm concerned. I love listening to it on the radio.
God bless you.
Yeah, I do. But I grew up doing that. I mean, listening to Jim Robson and Tom Marshall.
Gary Monahan.
And Gary Monahan, exactly. And so, I mean, any way you can get it is great. This is going to the next level, as we said. You know, it wouldn't have been fiscally responsible if we had done all the preseason games as well in HD, but you know, really focusing on these games on Leafs TV in HD now that it counts.
416-870-6400. Eric, good afternoon.
Hey, how you doing, Jeff?
Good, Eric.
Jody, it's an honor to talk to you.
Oh, thanks.
I haven't heard you since I stopped listening on the station.
I haven't been on there, so this is good.
Anyway, what they were talking about earlier with intermission.
Oh, 4 quarters.
Oh, yeah.
Did you hear that?
Quarters.
What the discussion point was, in order to save injuries, improve the quality of play, i.e. keeping the ice as fresh as possible, go from 320s to 415s. And Bill, your point about it would be?
No, I'm just saying that if they wanted to cut down on the amount of dead time, that is intermission time, have the second period between the second and third quarter, between the first and second quarter and the third and fourth quarter, have that on the bench. They don't go off. They put the 2 Zambonis on. They do the ice as quickly as they can.
And the Jody Vances go down to the microphone and talk to the players.
They have one of their on-mic people go down to talk to the players or talk to the coach, and that's part of the deal.
Okay, that sounds like more work for me. No. To be honest, I'm a little bit of a traditionalist.
Oh, you don't like the forward pass?
I fight change.
No.
No, I fight change, but I'm also I can be wooed over to ideas if
shootout. You like? You don't like?
I hated it. I hated it, and now I really enjoy it. So I was a detractor, but I have been.
You've been won over.
I've been won over too, sir. As long as it's not going to be Game 7 of the Stanley Cup Final, figured out, resolved by a shootout.
Oh,
I'm
how
good with that.
exciting would that be,
It
though?
would, but if it was your...
boy.
I just don't know. I love the epic game. I love the game that goes 5 periods.
Yeah,
I love it.
Playoff hockey
Play until
cannot
3 o'clock
be-
in the morning. I'm in.
Cannot be denigrated to a shootout, and the guy
playoffs.
with the stick breaks before he gets to the goal.
LaFontaine scores on Mason. Everyone is asleep. 5 extra frames.
That's
Come
part of
on.
playoff hockey.
I love it.
Jody, best of luck this evening.
Thank you.
Leafs TV tonight is your destination point if you want to watch the Leafs and the
6:30.
Devils. High def, 6:30 the pregame. Rogers 500 Bell Express View, 8:48. We wrap things up with the word of the day next. Jody Vance here from Leafs TV as well. Your favorite part of the show is what part?
Word of the day.
Is that because that means the show's over?
No, it's because Wilbur just makes me laugh out loud when he says a word that I have no idea what he's talking about. Then he works it into a sentence, and I understand it. You're broadening my vocabulary.
After that,
Thank
look how chuffed our man is now.
He's so cute when he blushes.
Hey, Jody does it to me.
All right, Peacock, get ready for this one. Consinity is a noun meaning internal harmony or fitness in the adaptation of parts to a whole or to each other in a hockey sentence. William Wayne Waters, Esquire. Consinity.
Well, Jeffy, Alison Griffiths and David Cruz wrote a book about hockey called Net Worth. And in that book, they described yours truly as a man who could cut a telephone book with his tongue. I could have taken that 2 ways, but I have taken it to mean that that's a compliment to my consinity and concision with the English language.
I thought it was something...
See you tomorrow, Jeffy.
Something about a cat couldn't scratch and a dog could... No, that's something else.
A cat couldn't climb and a dog couldn't chew.
I feel like a better person now, knowing...
You're more complete.
I'm a complete
Jody
person.
Vance, you've
Consinity.
reached state of nirvana.
Yeah. Use that one tonight, Jody.
I'll work in consinity.
Yeah, consinity.
Somehow, some way.
It'll be the magic word on Leafs TV.
Okay.
Somewhere you got to work
Somewhere
in the
in the pregame.
consinity.
Yeah.
Anyone who's listening to this program tonight, when you're watching Leafs TV on game day,
Consinity
will come up.
And in high def. Wow.
Zing. Stay tuned. Adler Online coming up in a moment. Tomorrow, Paul Maurice will be aboard, as will our hockey insider Scott Morrison.